What's going on, guys? Coming back for my second video tonight. I've got a little bit of a Snap-on tool haul here. I kind of want to go through some of the things I just got from them today. Another thing that's kind of a different story, but I guess I'll go into that first. This would be the THLX72, the locking 1/4 inch flex head. I ordered a new grip, got a new grip on it. This thing had been boogering up on me a little bit on the flex head portion. It kind of gets 45 degrees backwards here, and then it gets real tough to move down. It just ain't right. I don't know if it's because of over time it's been tweaked, so on and so forth. I don't really know, but nonetheless, it'd been bothering me, and it finally got to the point where I had to call Snap-on and just said, hey, look, what can I do about this? And graciously enough, they sent me a brand new one. Again, I guess that's what you get for Snap-on. So I about damn near had the audacity to ask the lady on the telephone how they stay in business if they're sending all this shit brand new all the time. Then I realized they charge $130, $140 fucking dollars for these. So that stopped me dead in its tracks. Anyway, nonetheless, pretty nice. I don't have to send this one back. It's obviously still usable. It's just an example of pretty great customer service there. I've also got the 3/8 version, so the FHX ADA, maybe. I think that's what I was trying to say earlier. I got a handle for it, so it came. I'll change it from the red. I think everyone knows this guy. This would be your, I think, FNF 100. This would be just your 100 tooth, smoothest silk roto ratchet. Honestly, if I had to choose ratchets, these roto ratchets are the way to go, all the way around. Just for what I do and what fits me personally, I prefer these. I'm not a mechanic. I don't have a tool guy. I don't have a tool truck that stops by. So when I buy this stuff, I kind of think logically for spending money on what I know they make, so something they don't really rebrand, and then also something that I know if it goes bad, I can call them, and they're going to send me another one, so on and so forth, pretty easily. When it comes to these ratchets, I think there's no question about it. Snap-on is regarded as probably the best at making these. They probably make the best product in this particular class. Whether it's cost effective or not, that's a whole different argument. That's for another day, another time. But I don't mind spending the money when it's something like this that I use all the time, I put my hands on all the time, and I expect the best out of it. So I got no problem buying stuff like that. Doesn't hurt me too much at all. I am a sucker deep down at heart for screwdrivers, and I wanted to get something without getting a set. So I just wanted to get something just so I could see and feel and try to figure out how much I like these. I really like German screwdrivers, so it's got to be damn good to beat that. So far with my big hands, I think this kind of feels pretty good. Obviously this is the 1/4 inch shaft, 1/4 inch square version, just to be able to use as a nut driver. Obviously, I think it'll probably come in handy. It's probably going to piss me off having to get the 1/4 inch sockets, put them on here, and so on and so forth. I'm like, why the hell didn't I just grab one of those? So we'll see. Obviously, this is kind of smaller, so maybe it fits in a spot better. But either way, it's kind of a low cost option for at least what I was trying to resolve. I'm a sucker for pliers too. It doesn't matter what they are, Knipex, again, any of those Germans, Gadors, Zet, any of those German pliers I'm going for. So I figured I'd get these combination slip joint ones from them. I actually ordered quite a bit more, and I'll talk about that here in a second, but they were on back order, so I just kind of got onto this. So, and I think I know these aren't, but I think this, and I think most of this stuff was in their deal section, so I don't really, I know I still paid a lot for them, but I don't really feel like I paid a shit ton. Allen keys, ball end. I was kind of debating on whether to go with Vera's colorized version of these. But I feel like Snap-on probably uses a pretty damn hard steel on these. I don't know if these are made by Snap-on, honestly. I would think maybe that they are, since they are made in USA. But I don't know. This is probably something that could be made somewhere else and then imported. I don't know. We'll review on the manifest. It should be able to tell us. But just a metric set of these. I own Hondas and Land Rovers, so metric is the way I go. So that's what I do. File. I use a file all the fucking time. All the fucking time. For a lot of different reasons. Mainly sharpening knives, or any kind of tool that I use. I make a lot of axes, so I do the rough cuts on these, or the rough grinds on these, or the rough files on these. I like files. I don't know why, but you know immediately when you grab a file that you've got a bad file, so it won't take me long to figure out whether this is bad or good. I think this is on a deal. I don't think I paid very much for this at all. But this one, I'm almost positive, is probably because it's manufactured for. I think it actually says on here that they're made in, there you go, made in Portugal. I don't think you can really see that all that well, but there you go. So now we know that Snap-on files, which I've never seen anyone own any of these fucking things, besides myself, are made in Portugal. So anyway, I think it's just a 10-inch bastard cut mill file, or bastard mill file. Many different names for it. Obviously many different uses for it, so I think I'll be able to get whatever I spent for this out of it. And the last one here that came with this is T-keys. Again, I do a lot of shit on Land Rovers and a lot of shit on Hondas. A lot of these imports, European vehicles love to use Allen keys for anything and everything. Fucking drain plugs, everything else. Obviously, mechanics already know. So, a lot of that shit, these come in handy. Again, same thing. I bend these a lot. I break these a lot. I use these a lot. I'd rather pay for something that I think at least is going to last. These particular ones, these are made in USA, so I have to assume that these ones are made by Snap-on. The grip material on these is the exact same as something like this. I don't know what I'd really call that. It's obviously some kind of elastomer, but I don't really know. It's kind of like plastic dip with a little bit of grit to it. I mean, there's some oil in there too. You can kind of feel the oil, but nonetheless, it's not horrible. It's not the world's worst, but obviously it's not something like Comfort Grip. And then just to review the manifest, I guess, of things that I don't think I got. I don't think I got this set of locking pliers. I don't think I got those. I don't think I got these combination slip joints. I don't think I got these or these. So obviously that looks like the wire stripper that everyone raves about from Snap-on. This would just be a cutter. Another set of slip joints, and then a 4-piece set of locking pliers, so vice grip style deals. That pretty much rounds out this particular one. This one came with obviously this would be the roto ratchet. And these came here same day, 2 different packages, but yeah, right beside it. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope if this leans you towards Snap-on, I hope at least at the warranty process for someone who is not a professional mechanic, someone who's really a DIY guy. I hope this kind of makes sense as to why you would ever purchase from these guys. I'm not saying that you should purchase a lot of stuff from them, because I really think there are better solutions out there for people who are non-professional. But some of the things, I guess it's maybe worth it to dabble a little bit. But then the other things, I really think the functionality of them makes it kind of worth it, and obviously the customer service portion, which it's crazy to me that they just completely send out a brand new one of those and don't need the old one back. To me, that's kind of crazy. So I at least like knowing that if really anything ever happens, you buy a used one of these, you could, if for some reason 5 years down the road, 1 year down the road, 5 days down the road, it starts horsing up on you and you don't like it, call them up. I mean, there's no serial numbers, they know the model on it. Tell them the model you got, tell them what's going on, and they'll send you out something new for it. So they'll make it work, and they'll make it right, which is pretty good. Anyway, have a good night, guys.